But yes. Oh, I'll have to say that was pretty special. So I've knocked a further 2 seconds off that, which means I've knocked, well, I knocked 23 seconds off that. It was 1 minute 13 or something. Now it's 51. Fantastic. There's Chip. Some of the characters, they all have different laughs and stuff. And I really do appreciate the work that's gone into that. But some of them are more irritating than others, and Chip's probably one of the most irritating because he goes, yeah, loudly every time you impersonate him. I don't think Dale has different. I think Dale's far less annoying than Chip. Because there's a laugh, and I find that a lot more tolerable than Chip, so I kind of prefer Dale solely for that reason. There's no benefit really in which one you pick, obviously. But I think probably this track, Pirates of the Caribbean, probably the most ambitious graphically. Because if you look at the water effects and if you look at all the stuff in the background, it's pretty nice looking. So. Personally, not my favourite track to race on. The song in the background is one of the better ones. That's an original one. Apparently it's from 1957. 1957. Which is about 63 years ago now. It was on for 33 this year, very soon. Still 32 at the moment. March on 33. Of course, I was born 30 years after 1957, so yeah, that'll be 63 years old as students. The problem is, I don't think this is the full version of the tune, so you get like a repetitive loop. That's the case for pretty much every circuit, but Haunted Mansion, you actually get the full tune, which I greatly appreciate that. It's probably the best tune in the game. And it's probably my favourite track as well, so yeah. And as you know, there's Pirates of the Caribbean movies. The first one, I think, she sings this song. Because this game came out before, about 3 years before the first one. Imagine if you're incompetent or somewhere and you went up to someone and go, I don't know why I said that. That's stupid. That's really stupid. I just don't know what to say really. Because I think I've said pretty much all there is to say about this. And for me, it's not wrong with the controls. Really, the boost that you get could be a little tighter, like Crash Team Racing. But people say this game is too hard. Maybe for the age group team that it is, but it's challenging, and I like that. If it was easy, it wouldn't be anywhere near as fun to play, like in my opinion. But then again, if you take the shortcuts, if you collect the coins, most of the time, even if you're just not especially good, but alright, you should win most of the time. And if you don't win, you can always try again. Why don't you? As I said on YouTube the other day. If someone was saying they were finding it too difficult, I don't know if they knew about the coins mission or the fact that the AI can't go through the ring shortcuts. That's a big advantage for them. You Ooh, Walt records here. But it says there is. Sometimes it does say that, even though you haven't been it. I don't think that was intentional. I think that would be kind of technical fault again. I left in. And some people find this is a small word film really irritating. Well, it's not my favourite song in the world. I find it pretty funny that it just loops around over and over again. Right. Then I believe that that's. I haven't been there. Oh, we have been. Yeah. So it's Jungle Cruise. So there's 2 more tracks left. It's taken me 43 minutes to show you them so far. Even though I haven't restarted any of them because I've managed to win all of them with this strategy. When I was test playing it, I wasn't recording, I wasn't this dominant somehow. But yeah, it's just contriving to make the video more boring than it should be. But never mind. I do know what I'm doing with my shortcuts and the coins. I don't always get it right though. Sometimes I completely. There's occasions where I hang back so I can collect the coins, and then if something goes wrong, you can be left too far back to catch up. You can lose the race. Just being an idiot. Jiminy Cricket. This race should be challenging because Jiminy Cricket does tend to be one of the better opponents. He doesn't have any home tracks really, but often when you're at home, our characters' home track tend to be much stronger than they are everywhere else, comparatively. So, oh god, this track, Jungle Cruise, again, it's not my favourite. I'd rate it about the same as Pirates of the Caribbean, slightly lower because Pirates of the Caribbean does look a bit nicer. But I probably, of the water tracks, Splash Mountain is the one, even though it's got the worst music on. But you have the option to turn the music off if it becomes too much. And I like the track for Jungle Cruise, yeah. It's not my favourite song, per se. It's not as good as Dinosaur, it's not as good as Haunted Mansion. And it's not as good as Pirates of the Caribbean, but it's a nice ambient soundtrack to it. Oh! Oh no! God! Oh god! It's all gone wrong! We've got turned into a frog on the shortcut. Oh fuck! Oh dear! Oh no, I'm full off. Alright, this should be entertaining. How many times will it take to meet a witness? I think I've blown it completely now. If 6. Despite the fact that there's 4 shown, there are 6 contenders. Every adventure will be round except for when there's 2, which is very rare. You don't get any extra for winning those races, it's just extra flavouring to the game, extra things to do. Not many people know that that actually is the case, but you have to have experienced it to say anything else. How am I back in the lead? I lost the shitload at the time. Oh well. As you get turned into a front on here, it's pretty much disastrous. But this track is one of the worst when it comes to winning trophies because it's sort of all over the place here. And it's very easy to get your card stuck while it's trying to get it. So there's that. I'll take this way this time because I haven't shown you the swears of yes. Oh, oh no, I don't want to do that. Yes, I've done it once again. And there are a few ducks in this game. There's at least 3 ducks. There's Zud here, there's Oren Carlot, and there's Chiara Donald. The Baron Carlot just looks like a snowball with a hat on. I can't believe this. This run through, I'm winning everything. Well, I mean, it's a bit multiple times. Just to make it look easier than it is. Just way off than it is not this one. But at least Jungle Cruise provided me with sort of a situation where I nearly could have lost the race solo, but I still won anyway. No, this track, this is my favourite. I'd say Splash Mountain and Dinosaur probably rival it very closely. This was always my favourite growing up first, but it's the end 20 years ago, so what have I done with my life to be recording it? That's Disney Racing Logical Racing Tour. It's been done, and to be honest, it's been done by several experts. So the chances of us doing any better than Soundhill 2 are very slim indeed. Especially since more people have heard of Soundhill 2 than this. But the problem with Soundhill, I had the same problem because being an old school expert, all of the games have already been done at some point. So I've got several hundred people, and it can be very difficult to get. I know a shortcut. It can be very difficult to actually know how to compete. And with bigger Let's Players, it's just not possible. You'll just lose views trying to get even less views than you normally do. Oh. But I enjoy doing it. There's no money in it. It's a small channel, but I enjoy doing it. I pour money into it. There's no money to be made, so it's a bit. Should I really be doing this? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. But if I'd set my channel up like 2006, I reckon I'd have a few thousand subscribers. Absolutely. That's just the way of it. It's a lot more hard now to succeed on YouTube. Especially in gaming, to be honest, because PewDiePie is the biggest gamer on YouTube. If you try to compete with him, you're an idiot. You won't succeed. Unless you're a celebrity or starts a YouTube channel, you're pretty much guaranteed to get all the views just because of your fame. It's like Nick or Rosberg. Tyres, being a Formula 1 driver, they're doing points. In my opinion, that's a bit boring. But whatever. I would have wanted to see that. I could have been Lewis Hamilton defending my title, but whatever. They're on. And this track, it's got like 3 different singers singing the same list, but I mean the song of this track is the race track. I do tend to call songs tracks for some reason. Not dominating, yeah. Sure, let's stop and let them catch up. No, I'm not gonna fucking do that. Fuck that. Many things, but in racing games, I'm not a very courteous person. When a bit of a soul loser, I'm like, no, it's injustice. God. The only problem is when bombing this stuff, absolutely destroy this by getting stuck in things. But I do like the noise it makes when you do it, so like I said, it's just a short teaser of what's to come. I'm gonna win like 5 miles as well. I still can't beat my old record here. 1 minute 1.0. In time trial mode, I got within half a second. Admittedly, but as I said, often it can be easier to break the records in adventure mode because you get the speed from the balloons as well as the speed traps. So yeah, that about sums up this video, and I'll be seeing you very soon, of course, with proper doing the Let's Play, and there'll be more insight to offer undoubtedly. So take care, and I'll see you then.